Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the Educator series with me, Preethi, your family therapist and parenting coach. With me here today is Roopa Kiran, founder and directress of Absorbant Mind Montessori School and a Montessori trainer. Thank you so much for joining us. Today, we're going to be exploring a really interesting topic, Montessori as a way of life. I personally have heard that statement many times, right? Montessori is a way of life. Montessori is a philosophy. It's not just about education, but what does that really mean? What do we mean by Montessori as a way of life? How is that really going to affect my life, my family life, my relationships, for example? How do we understand it beyond the framework of just a educational methodology? That is what we're going to be talking about today, and Rupa is here to help us explore that idea.
Namaste. Thank you, Preeti.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Rupa. I think a very interesting segue to this conversation would also be what brought you into Montessori. I think going back to the root of where
Uh,
you began this journey could probably shed some light on that for us.
it's quite a story for me actually. Till for 22 years, it's been a journey, beautiful journey, I would rather say. And first, I came across Montessori method quite by chance actually. I was also not aware there is a method called Montessori. I really did not know about this. Then one of the days, now my niece was admitted to a school, and I went to visit her. So this too on in a window, standing near the window, I was watching the classroom, and the classroom was so beautiful. There are no benches, there are no desks. Children all small, kuti children going around, you know, and taking their own things. They are pouring, they are wiping, they are folding, and there some are writing, some are reading, and it was so mixed. And I wondered, how is that they're all doing different things at the same time? And always I've loved children. I've loved children, and I've loved working with them and being with them and dressing them. All that I used to do. I never knew that something like this was there, because all the time we were conventional, and I have seen only conventional way of doing things, because in our days that is how it was. And then actually many a times I even had felt that why is our method so rigid, and there's no movement, or we can't ask anything to our teacher. They'll hush us up. And these are the things always I had this in my mind. Then when I saw it, I became more curious about it. What a wonder this is. What exactly this is. I wanted to dive into it. Then all the children are not sitting in one place, they're moving around, they're so quiet. Teacher is not telling, don't do this, don't do that, and all that. Then this is how it went. And I discovered one of my husband's friend, he visited home with his wife, and she spoke about this. She just told Montessori. Then I was like, oh my God, yes, let me just. Then I and my sister, we all were like interested, and we joined the course. IAMS, Indian Institute for Montessori Studies. They run a course, pre-primary and elementary course. So I joined, and I did both the courses. Uh, then after doing the course, immediately by the time I wrote my exams, I got an offer. It was actually through my sister. So because of her, she didn't continue doing this. She did something else. And she practiced at home with both of her uh, children, because the second one was completely left Montessori child, open school child. Now she's doing her first year degree. She's completely a Montessori and open school child. She never hardly went to school or whatever it is. That's how. Then I got into a school in South Bangalore, where I was more interested in elementary, that is 6 to 12, 6 to 9 years. That area, I was very much interested in that area. Uh, rather than the 3 to 6.
So when you said you
So
did two courses, this is what it was. One for
yes, yes,
the
both. Yes, one was the pre-primary, that is three to up to the age of 6. Then one
mm,
was elementary, above 6, grade 1, 2, 3, and 4.
okay.
Because the
Mm,
curriculum is so vast, we can't finish in 3 years. The curriculum is very vast. So much is there to learn and to share. So then
mm,
what happened after that? I joined this place, and there were very few children because parents had no idea about elementary. They did not know. Grade 1 is always about, the state board or the CBSE or the ICSE, and nobody knew it then. Then I had to convince the parents, and really, so now those children are really, and parents actually trusted my words, and they saw the way I prepared the materials and I displayed it and all that. Even the management, they supported me quite well, and the way I worked and all, they liked it. Till
mm,
date, we are good friends, though I have moved out from that institution. We are very good friends, actually. And then that's how it started, and children came in, and parents started trusting, and the numbers started building. And I went on. Now it is my 22nd year. My first batch children, they came to me at the age of 6. Uh, then now they're all 25-year-olds. 25,
mm,
26 now. They're 25, 26. Still we are in touch. They are doing the medicine. They are done with medicine. They are working. Many of them are working, actually. They're all
mm,
working and very responsible. And actually, I can see till
mm,
date, once till 7th in that school, I was taking care of till 7th. The whole thing I was running as a Montessori way of teaching, and teachers,
mm,
when they came, speaking to them and assuring that the thing was delivered, the
mm,
way the language I spoke was delivered like that. Then the
mm,
children realized, like, teachers are different when they went to high school.
mm,
So it was all so strict, and this. They always felt we could discuss it. We could discuss. Why are they stopping us from discussing? So this needs to change. The training needs to change. Now NEP has come in, the National Education Policy, but still a lot of training has to go into the teacher aspect. So that's one more thing. And then it went on. We went on as you all know, like it's a conventional school, and that was the first school to have. And I had to struggle quite a bit to convince the main person
principal.
sitting as a principal or whoever. It was a
Mm,
it was a task every day for me. Like, for them, it is children are not performing, send them out. 100% result.
absolutely. I want to again ask you this question. I know you said, when you looked at children, everybody is doing their own thing, and how is it possible to have so much variety in the classroom? And the way you explained it, it sounded like everything was quiet. There was no teacher interference and things like that. What would you say about Montessori or about that methodology really changed your perspective? What really caught on for you? You know what I'm saying? Something that really touched your heart. What about it was the big thing for you?
The big thing was the freedom of movement.
Mm,
The child is choosing, nobody is ordering the child to do things. When you go choose your stuff, you take responsibility for it. It
mm,
can be learning, it can be things. You choose something for your child. You see how well it suits. In case both of you are on the same line, otherwise, it doesn't work. And every day you'll
mm,
have to tell, wear this dress because I got you, I love you, I got you. So this is how it goes. But if the child chooses his own, so we need to learn to respect. See, this respect thing comes, we need to learn to respect. For you it is a mini me, so we take things for granted. You are my
mm,
mini me, I know everything about you. No, he is an individual, she is an individual,
mm,
a mini individual. So we need to learn to respect. Once you show respect genuinely, the child
mm,
takes he or she will really take responsibility for
mm.
oneself, because
So
you're valuing them. They understand it. It's a sense where they
mm,
understand this genuinely.
would it be right to say that for you, this particular aspect seeing for the first time that a child that young also has the respect from the adult in that space, has that respect, so they can experience freedom of movement, freedom of choice, which has eventually translated into responsibility. It is that respect is what caught your attention. Would it be right to say that?
Yes, yes. Because in our school days, we used to don't do the homework. There is, I can't even reason it out, or I can't even tell, or I can't even speak, or no one is, they're not understanding that I'm having a difficulty doing my homework
Mm.
back home or whatever it can be. But the teacher perspective is the book should be here written. I don't know what you're going to do. It should not be like that. Like how what we do is the child is not writing, send everything. We will sit with them and we will work.
Mm.
This is what was not there with us. So the way they were moving around, first thing is with the freedom, because I am an active child. I'm a very, very active child. So
Mm.
that is why I'm in elementary. I could not be in pre-primary. Pre-primary is all of docile and being quiet and so perfect. It matters. But
Mm.
elementary is all about why, what reasoning, and it was all about that. Because of that, I took up elementary because I'm a very active child. So that is where I was so active. I wanted to play. I wanted to do a lot of things. Probably that in my mind somewhere back, that schooling thing, it came. I really felt, oh, how beautiful this is. Always had felt it has to be.
Mm.
And I felt there should not be something like a school at all. Once I had even felt that, I don't like school because it's all so bench and board and copying all the time, and
Mm.
there is no mutual
Interaction.
respect, or mutual connection is only not there. There's no
Mm.
mutual connection. So this is what now probably in conventional schools also probably they have brought in, and it might have changed a little bit. But then the earlier it was all that very strict, and having a stick in the hand and all that was there. It was there. So all
Mm.
of us have
Mm.
gone through that. Especially my generation, so we have all gone through that only. Dandam dashagunam bhavit. So
If
that's
my
how.
generation would have gone through it. I think
Yeah.
somewhere it is now in the last 2 or 3 generations that there is a massive shift, I can say. You know, but I think, yes, I should hand it out that your generation and perhaps your previous generation probably had the worst of it, and it's only gotten softer from there. We could probably say that. Now, my next question for you, perhaps, to extrapolate this itself, um, it also sounds like this is a great principle that we can bring into our homes, right? This one particular piece that you spoke about, respect and connection. I think if
Yes, yes,
respect is there, connection will automatically be there, right?
yes, exactly,
um,
exactly.
if we can, okay, maybe I will do this. If we can define respect, for the audience, the word respect has two major meanings. One is to have a deep sense of mm, admiration for somebody else's capacity or their skill or something that they're able to do. You really love the way they do it. They're somebody sings really well, draws really well, somebody's a great artist. Basically you have a deep sense of appreciation and admiration for another person's capacity, their ability. That is one kind of respect. Another kind of respect is to give due regard to another person's feelings, wishes, and their rights, right? A common understanding of respect that we have in our culture is obedience. Respect and obedience are not always the same thing,
Exactly.
right? And the respect that you're talking about has nothing to do with obedience. That is what
Yes.
I'm getting from what you're saying, is it?
Exactly, exactly, exactly. Respect need not be obedience. You're obedient, that doesn't mean that this child is respecting the teacher because she's saying yes to everything, though the child doesn't want to do because the adult is
Mm.
telling, because she's an adult. So it is respect because she's agreeing to everything. It need not be, not required. But how we
Mm,
put it across, how we help the child understand to have the soft skill. Now, what is the thing they're telling? It's all about soft skill, isn't it? Yeah.
the
That
life
is what,
skill.
like, yeah, this is how it comes. This is how it comes from the childhood. You should imbibe.
Mm, mm.
Uh, Now,
So
first,
if we can, if I can, be more specific over here, the respect that we're talking about, respecting the child here means to acknowledge that they have their own feelings, their own thoughts, their own ideas, their own wishes, and their own needs as well. And
yes,
acknowledging that and creating the space for that. So
yes,
respecting another person is something that we do naturally. We take it for
yes,
granted that if a teacher says something, well, it is her opinion. She has the right to feel this way or say this way or talk this way, but we don't
exactly.
extend that courtesy to a child.
They're not, see, they're not empty vessels that we want to fill it in.
Mm,
Not
right.
required. Yes, they are individuals. They are individuals. They are
Mm,
born in today's generation. If I take now, they are born today in today's generation. They are born with much more capabilities. They are born with AI. They are born
mm,
with the technology, which we were not born with. We are learning, but they are there.
mm,
We need to upgrade ourselves. We need to align ourselves to them. It's not that
mm.
I pull in. No, no, it's not that. It's they're not empty vessels that we need to pull and all. It's not required. It's not required at all. Then
Yes, beautiful
respect is
statement.
about listening, sitting and
Mm,
listening to what he's telling, and
mm,
agreeing to not laughing, agreeing to accepting it because he's seeing from his perspective and he's talking. Why
mm,
is it? See, now this small things with socializing and all that, there are misunderstanding with the children and all. This is the age, elementary is the age like grade 1 to 4, 5. There is a lot of social conflict.
mm,
Okay. To deal with this social conflict, the child before that, the early years, up to the age of 6,
mm,
what have we done so that the child will solve the social conflict in these years, elementary years? So everything is interconnected. So as I
mm,
told, home is the first school for the child.
mm,
So that's how it goes. Then again, there is a struggle every day, power struggle.
mm,
Mother wants this, father wants this. Now father did not like something, the child is doing it. Mother liked something, the child is not doing it. So these are the conflicts, whether it can be getting ready to school, whether it can be taking bath, whether it can be whatever it can be.
mm,
So this power struggle is always there.
mm,
So if you start respecting and accepting the child, then the
mm,
struggle reduces automatically.
mm. Got that. So what I'm
Only through
hearing is
acceptance you can
mm,
bring in peace.
absolutely beautiful. So in a certain sense, respect is demonstrated through listening and acceptance. है ना? So
Yeah.
respect here, when we are giving them freedom of movement, freedom of choice, automatically there is a certain sense of respect that we are creating for the child, where the child can feel reassured that their needs, their ideas, their wishes, and their challenges are
Yes.
also acknowledged and taken into account, right? And it is in that context of respect that actually all relationships are built.
Exactly.
That becomes the core on which the family environment gets built. So, if you
Yes.
are talking about the morning routine, for example, so instead of the push and pull of, okay, late ago, to why aren't you out of bed yet? Oh my God, mama's doing something, papa's asking you to take a bath. Instead of that, can we look at what is it that the child is needing? Do you want to be dragged out of bed like that and somebody's constantly screaming at you, did you do this, did you do that? Can we have some respect for the child's mental space? You need some time to transition out of bed. Your child needs that too. Your child, when they wake up first thing in the morning, they're needing connection, they need a hug, they need warmth. They need to have a gentle conversation, maybe some hot water, and somebody to sit with them. But where is the time in the morning? Whose concept is this? Whose concept of time is it? Time is not there according to whom. The child has all the time in the world. The child
Exactly.
doesn't care about time. You are the
No,
one
the
in a
child is, see, I'll tell you, the child is in the present always.
absolutely beautiful.
We
Yeah.
are always in the future, the child is in the present. So
Mm.
that present, we are struggling to be in the present. We adults are
Yes.
struggling to be in the
Adults
present.
are always in the future or in the past.
Uh,
You never do this. You are always like, all of that is past or future. How will you ever come up with all of that is future?
yeah,
It's the past or the future.
exactly. The only thing is we need to just follow the child, you need to be there for the child. And if you are really one day,
Mm.
now there's a long weekend, you can just take this one day, follow your child, just be with him and be like him. And you will be in the present, and that will be the most memorable day in your life. The
Wow.
child in you, yeah. The child in you, inner child, the child in you is there. It is not that it is gone. It's about the circumstances and the situations. It's made you like that. The adults,
Mm.
it's made adults like that. But it's always there. You are there for you. You are there inside, but it has to come out. You sit with your child, you'll come out, and you can see how beautiful it looks through his eyes. There is one
Mm.
more thing, actually, Mm, uh, the unnoticed child in the classroom, or the
Mm.
unknown child in the classroom. This,
Okay.
I, over the years, I see children, many active children, and some children are so quiet.
Mm.
And most of the time, in the classroom, the names that are called out are the children who are active usually.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, is it? So that's how that is common, and that is natural even in the world.
Mm.
But this child is so quiet, doing his work on his own, or doing something very quietly and doing. So this always, I used to wonder, what is this child going to be, or what is it that? So he's so quiet in the classroom and is not. Then we do push them and encourage, and all that is there. It is not that the child is quiet. That doesn't mean that the child is not learning. That doesn't mean that the child is antisocial. That doesn't mean that the child is, dumb or something like that. No, the
Mm.
child is brilliant, but it's only his way of being. We can
Mm.
allow that.
Mm.
The child need not jump on the sofa, jump here, jump there, scream. That is not play all the time. That is not play. Screaming is not play.
Yeah.
Many parents think, oh, let the child, oh, it's we are wild and let. Screaming is not play. Parents have to understand that.
Mm.
Screaming and just running crazily and all, that is not play. There is certain way of playing, and that is there. It is not that bring in too much of a thing and tie the child up. No, it is not that also.
Mm.
It's a whole different topic, actually.
Yeah, it is. I am realizing that.
So Maria Montessori
In
harmonious
fact,
style,
you
yes.
mentioned you preferred elementary because that is more active. Your nature is to be active, while pre-primary is very docile and soft. I was like, what? That's not what the world thinks. Everybody's thinking, my God, those phenomenals, what brats, man! They're always jumping around, screaming. I can't handle that. I'd rather go to elementary. And you're talking about it in the other way around. What
No, lot
made
of,
you say that was
yes.
something I was actually curious about.
See, that is the 0 to 6. Lot of order is there. Chappal need to
Mm.
be kept like that only. The child never likes a slipper one there and one here. You observe, children love keeping things in order. This order is so beautifully there. We adults pull the child and just go. Come, leave the chapel there. It's okay, no problem. And the child wants to wear one pant for 3 days. It's okay. It's absolutely fine, actually. One fine day they will change. They have their own ways of doing it. It's okay. They think, oh, yo, what will the others say? What others say? Don't bother about that. It's about your child. Focus on your child. That is more important for you. And then this order of, see, children cry when they're babies. They can't speak at the age of 1.5, and all that, because say there is some order in the house, somebody has come and shifted the order.
Mm.
Say some one idol, some tortoise is there, some tortoise idol or something is there.
Mm.
Every day the child is, that is always mama is keeping neatly there, wiping and all that. One day that is being misplaced. The child cries. Nobody knows why the child is crying. Because there is no, when there is a miss in the order, children feel uneasy.
Mm.
Their toothbrushes have to be in place, the paste has to be in place. That is when that order comes in. No throwing. The child doesn't like it actually. They
My
love
God, I'm
order.
actually thinking in most households, um, I think I read this book called The Montessori Toddler very early in my child's journey, right? So I always had these shelves arranged, and all his toys, his cars will be separate, his balls will be separate, Lego will be separate, this will be separate. And many people used to tease me. And, oh, you think you want to be some Pinterest mom, is it? And my child also, if he pulls one tray out, he will play in that and he will put it back and keep it. So that is how we have also trained him, and that's how we've managed it. But in most households, I know toys are it's just dumped, right? Is there'll be it's just so shabbily just dumped in one shelf like that. The child wants to play, they will open that drawer, throw everything on the scatter everything on the floor, and then they will pick one thing and play. How do you connect this and that? Now, this is actually very opposite to the general
No,
perception.
actually, children love order, and that is innate. It is built in. We are born with order, actually.
Hmm.
We are born with order. So you can see, like, the child can recognize through the smell
Right.
of the mother, isn't
Yes.
it? Father and all that. They can know, they know it. How is that? Are we teaching? We are not teaching. So certain things are there. It is order. It is not obsession. It is not obsession. Don't tell. It is not obsession at all. It is order which is there with us. As an adult, this child who grows up with order as an adult will become a beautiful adult. I vouch for it, and I have seen it happen. They are the most beautiful adult who understand the perspective of the partner or the friend or whatever,
See, I
and they respect
understand
everything.
that if they grow up like this, it will be fantastic. That part I get it. My question is, it is not common to see that order. If you take the case of toys, usually I have seen
See, I
mothers saying,
need to grow
"Arey
see I
there,
need
Preeti,
to
I
grow up
can't
with
sit into
them.
all of this. He keeps pulling everything and throwing it everywhere." Right? So
See, I
where
need
is order coming there? That is something
see,
I'm not able to understand.
one thing, say either the adult will be undergoing some anxiety, anxiousness, and a lot of things are there with the adult also.
Yeah,
You
of
know,
course.
now it depends on the mood of the adult. But what will happen to the child at home? Let
Mm,
me just dump everything and finish my work. You are
mm,
only looking at yourself as an adult. You are not looking at the child, or you are not looking at trying to help them grow in a better manner. You need to be disciplined first.
mm,
The
mm,
adult needs a lot of discipline because
mm.
we have grown in a conventional setup where everything was hurried.
Right.
Everything was hurried. And even submission, it can be copying the notes from the board, it can be this, not copying. Why the hell I have to copy the notes when I'm not even reading it? It is not
Mm,
required. You can just give a piece of paper, ask the child, why don't you just practice it, or why don't you just do something about it, then you learn it.
mm.
The time is completely gone copying. Till date it is on. The time
Yeah.
is so much gone copying and filling the notes. They think that by writing the notes at least something they will learn. Are you just trying to teach only something through the notes? It's not required. It's not
Mm,
required. So this is how it goes. So because we have all undergone this kind of pressure, the adult is like that. Because the parenting what this adult has got might have been something like this. Or else, even I have seen the mother is so docile and soft and the child is so active and all over the place.
mm,
But mother has a lot of patience. At the end
mm,
of the day, the child comes back.
mm.
This is
So
how
what I'm
it goes.
hearing or what I'm understanding from this conversation is that children inherently have a huge sense of order. They're
Yes.
born with a sense of order. Actually, I'm trying to relate that to the things that children do. If you look at the way they explore things, for example, right? Even a 3 month old or a 6 month old, there is a specific sequence. Once they have it in their hand, they will move it around, then they'll put it in their mouth, then they'll see it, they'll turn it around, and then they'll do it. Always there is that sequence, no matter what you
The
give, right? So
repetition.
yes, repetition. So
The
repetition,
repetition is
and
there.
even just borns will feed exactly at 1.5 hours, 2 hours. Who gave them the clock? They don't know how to read the clock. So there is
Exactly.
a sense of order that is innately built into our system. But in the child's environment, as they grow up, if they grow up in a chaotic environment, they will adopt chaos, and that will affect their mental well-being or
It
mental and
disturbs.
emotional development.
It disturbs. As they grow, it really disturbs the child. If
Hmm.
there is no
Okay.
order,
So even though a child is not capable of arranging all the toys neatly, they don't have the capacity to do it. They need that order in order to perceive it through their senses or something like that.
yes,
Did I get
yes,
that right?
yes, yes, yes.
Hmm.
They will perceive it. They know it. What's happening? Moment thing, small thing changes. The child knows.
Hmm.
They
So I
come
think
and
that
ask
also
us.
makes
You're not.
sense.
Uh,
I remember the very first time I was at your center. I spent, I don't know how many days I spent at your center, but I remember the first couple of days, my biggest shock was that there is a room full of 25 babies, children, all, ranging from 2 years to 5, 6 years. And there is not a sound. Everybody is so quiet and chilled and have nobody's forcing them, nobody's shouting at them, nobody's telling, hey, sit properly, why did you forget this, why did you not fold the mat? There is nothing like that. There is an inherent sense of peace that is there, right? And that is because of the prepared environment where there is order, which is undeniable. And when parents complain about my child is so chaotic, my child is so aggressive, my it's a very good question to go back and ask yourself, what is the kind of environment that we have provided for the children? Is there order in the space? Where there is order, there is peace. Where
there
there
is
is
peace
order,
there.
there is a certain sense of feeling settled. And it is in
Yes.
that feeling of settled that children feel respected, that their need for order is met. They are able to engage in
Age.
other stuff that they can do at that particular age.
They're happy. They'll
Yeah.
be very happy to do a lot of other
Beautiful.
things. Maria Montessori herself said, I kept this. Preventing conflicts is the work of politics.
Said that.
Establishing peace is the work of education.
Education.
Peace and education. It's not
Mm,
peace, education and anxiety. At home, that education for peace begins when a child feels truly seen and valued.
mm,
So, when we see and value the child, then that's what it is. Whatever he does, we have to value. He will do something, leave it. So, that is the most negative thing you can tell a child. You should never tell that.
mm. Very beautiful, very beautiful, especially
Because
this
I
last
feel
part.
this confident and emotionally connected and all because always my father encouraged me. He always told so many things, that never,
Mm,
never, it's okay. So that is what it is there in me today. What I'm doing or whatever it is there, always be positive, speak positive. You are very good boy. It's not positive, it is pressure.
yes.
It
Now
is
that is
pressure.
another conversation altogether.
Now I
Going
think
into
today I think it's still it's we are time is over, I guess.
yes, 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 we are.
We have to continue. I think we need to continue this a little bit. I think
Yes,
in the
we
next
will. We
session.
will. I can see there are quite a few things that are opening up as well, especially when you spoke about follow your child and you'll have the best day. This is the weekend. That's something that you said. I would like to explore that again with you on Monday.
Please, parents, whoever is listening or whoever is seeing, you have a long weekend. One day, just from the time you wake up with your child, you arrange accordingly at home, whatever it is there. Let your partner support. One of you can experiment at least. You'll be in the
Mm,
present. Please be in the present for one day.
mm. So follow your child as in do what your child wants to do. Is that right?
Follow your child is following the child with his thoughts, his way of doing things, and respecting him and waiting for him, and with patience attending to him. This is what it is all about. Not putting my I am anxious, I can't, but the child is not anxious. He can touch a cockroach. I will tell, don't touch, don't touch, don't touch, because I'm scared. He is my mini me, but he is not me. He or
Mm,
she is not me. So
mm.
don't transfer your anxiety, don't transfer your thought and your stuff into the child. Don't
Up till
transfer.
what age do you think we can do this experiment? 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 6 years? When? Till when?
Yes, you can do. It is not that, for all age groups, you can do this. You
What
can
till
just be
a
your child.
18-year-old, 16-year-old?
You see, it depends now. See how you have brought what is your relation with your child, relationship with your child? How have you built it from the younger age? What I am telling is from now, if you start, you will be good during
Acha, got that.
teenage, during
So what we are
adulthood.
saying is this following your child wala experiment, especially for parents with children younger than 10. Would that be right to say that?
Yeah, yes, younger than 10 they can.
Younger
They can
than
be
10?
there. Now they'll
Okay.
be actually 8, 9 years, they want to be independent and free and all that. 6, 7, 8 year olds also, you can just sit with them and follow them one day.
So following your
Be with
child,
them.
doing things at their pace, respecting their choices as
Yes,
much as possible,
yes, yes,
engaging in activities that they enjoy as much as possible,
yes, yes.
and following
Be
them,
there.
listening to their opinions, listening to their thoughts, doing things together. Just follow the pace of the child. That is what follow your child means. Do this experiment for sure and do share with us in the comments what you think, what your experience was. We would be happy to hear from you. Having said that, we're coming to the pretty much the end of today's session. As usual, we've gone past the 30-minute mark that we wanted to keep. Nevertheless, it has been a lovely, lovely conversation. Some of the biggest takeaways that we have from today is that children are not empty vessels. We don't need to pour into them. They are whole humans themselves. They have their own thoughts, their own ideas. They're full of life themselves. So that is one of the biggest takeaways for me, at least. And the second thing that I think we all can look into is the importance of order in the pre primary stage and how that is innate. Children are born with a sense of order, and somewhere it is in the environment that we as adults may fail to keep up that order, which can cause very many issues, behavioral issues, emotional issues, mental development, cognitive development. All of these can be a consequence of the chaos or the lack of order in the environment. That was a beautiful takeaway. And that the order in the pre-primary phase and what they learn from the environment, from the parents, from the adults in their lives becomes the foundation for how they deal with social conflict in the next
Great.
stage of their lives,
Yes,
which is 6 plus, which is pretty much getting into play age where they're engaging with other children. So this is a preparatory phase. The more
yes,
our children experience respect, where their ideas, their feelings, their thoughts, their needs are respected, it is regarded, they are able to pass it on to others when the time actually comes. When we fail to respect them in the early stages, it is very difficult for them to replicate that during social conflict phase. So that is also beautiful, beautiful learning. There's an amazing thing that we unpacked today, but I think we will go deeper into this aspect as well in the next session. Last but not the least is education for peace. Avoiding conflict is the work of politics, and creating peace is the work of education. Did I get that
education.
right?
Exactly, exactly. That's
Beautiful.
what
I
Montessori.
think that is probably it's filled me today, and I hope it does you as well.
It
Those of
is so
the
true. Yeah, it is so true.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for this lovely, lovely session, Rupa. Again, it has been really enlightening and very, very interesting. And I can see that if we continue this, we can do, I don't know, for how long, but we're definitely looking forward to come back to you on Monday and having this
We'll keep
conversation.
conversing. I enjoy actually. We'll keep conversing.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Happy Independence Day as well. And
Happy
Janmashtami
Independence Day
wishes
to you
as well.
too. Yeah.
All right.
Namaste.
Chalo, take care. Namaste. Thank you. Bye bye.